Hey guys, Stellar here. I am back with another video for you guys. Gee, I thought it was going to be a little bit of time before I was back to making another video about Mumble Bear. But after last night's chats, I have some thoughts and opinions I want to share with you guys. I went into Mumble Bear's chat and I asked a few questions because she says that everyone has the right to question, right? So I did. I guess I was asking the wrong questions because I was getting timed out, and then I eventually got blocked again. So, if I cannot chat in her chats and ask my questions and get legitimate answers, then I will resort to making videos on my channel sharing my thoughts and opinions. So that's what I'm going to be doing because I have many thoughts and opinions to share about what went on last night. Really quickly, before I get into this video, I wanted to make a comment here about this whole everybody's using my copyrighted material. I have a watermark and you guys are going to go to jail and I'm going to talk to a lawyer, blah, 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 blah. There is a little thing called fair use. And what fair use is a law that allows creators to use other people's material. You can use copyrighted material if you follow the guidelines which are covered in the Fair Use Act. I use video clips for my parodies, and I am using clips for this commentary. Those two are covered in the Fair Use Act. I've included these little tidbits on there. You can pause the video and you could read through it. But I'm in good standings with YouTube. I haven't had any problems, so I think I'm good. Okay, so I tuned in last night to Randy's chat and I saw that John Daly was on her panel, and there was some discussion all about what was going on between John Daly and Mumble Bear. So I caught some of it. I caught the end of it. I really didn't know what was going on, but I've been watching this all unfold, so I do know what has happened. So Mumble Bear says she was not allowed on panel, although I could have sworn I heard somebody said they dropped her a link, but she wasn't allowed on panel. So she took to her live stream and started rambling on, and here is a little bit of what she had to say.
Yeah, it's all lies. They wouldn't let me on the panel. They kept on blocking me over there, putting me in timeout. And Katie said she didn't know the story. Well, why don't you get your ass over here, Katie, and let me tell you the true story. Okay, Katie, why don't you get your fat ass over here and let me tell you the true story, okay? Okay, Katie, why don't you get your fat ass over here and let me tell you the true story, okay? The guy's a sicko. He's stalking me. You were afraid of him, so that's why you made your video. Let's get that out, okay? I asked to come on. They would not let me come on. I've been dragged by this crazy nut for 4 months, and still he's making videos.
20 minutes later.
He's been stalking me for 5 months.
Well, I caught that and pointed this out.
No, he's been on since March. Sorry about that.
Tell me what month comes after February?
It's the month of March!
Okay, when I heard her say this, that this guy's been around since March, I started thinking about it. It's like, there's no way. There's no way. At that time, Trisha was still on YouTube, and there was still crap going on with Trisha, because Trisha didn't disappear, I think, until April. So, I think it was like April 16th or something like that. So I went on Twitter, and I went all the way back to March, and I was trying to find, a timeline. I wanted to get a timeline because Mumble Bear is saying this dude has been harassing her since March. So I went all the way back to March. So as you could see, okay, here we are, March 21st, okay, and I'm going through this. Didn't see any mention of Daly. I did see that she was mentioning different people, beefing with different people. As I said from the get-go, this woman has beefed with so many different people, I've lost count. So I'm scrolling through March, and I'm not seeing anything. Haven't seen one mention of Daly. I hadn't even seen a mention of a GoFundMe or a tooth fund. So, here I'm scrolling through this to give you guys proof that I don't see nothing here in the month of March. I'm not seeing anything. I don't see no daily. I don't see no tooth fund, for the month of March. Okay, and now we're into April. So we've got April 7th here. And this is where I first noticed this, okay? April 5th. This is the first time I saw any mention of a tooth fund. April 5th. Right there, you can read it. Mama Bear needs to raise money for her teeth. So this is the first time I saw the GoFundMe mentioned. So I'm thinking, okay, if Daily has been around since March, well, your GoFundMe for your teeth fund, didn't show up on your feed until April. So how was this guy harassing you since March? So you see, I'm trying to point out the hypocrisy here. Okay, so here again, here's her GoFundMe for her teeth. And, she's saying this guy's been hounding her since March. I'm going through April now, and I'm not seeing anything. Now, I'm not doing this video to try to defend Daily at all. I think he can do that himself. I'm making this video to call out the bullshit because Mumble Bear keeps on going on her live streams and, selling it that this guy has been harassing her since March. Well, now we're getting into May, so here's May 1st. Okay, and we got mostly Jesus pictures and, stop the bullying and all this. So here we're into May. I'm not seeing anything. Okay, a picture of her feet. May 2nd. Okay. Let's see here. We've got, she talks about other people. Yeah, she stood up for herself, blah, 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 blah. It's a bunch of blah, blah. Okay, so right here, it's going to come up here. She was talking about another scammer, because she's called out all these scammers in this community. But it's not until right about here, okay, May 8th, I saw this where she starts talking about Daily, okay? Now, I know that there was another post. Oh, there she is, talking about Little B. But this is when she really starts talking about Daily. She starts talking about, okay, there she says Safe Haven brought him into this community. And this is where she starts having the back and forth with Daily. When she noticed he wrote on her GoFund. So you see, now all the posts are starting to be about Daily. So I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute. If this all started in March, why are you barely posting all this crap in May? May, not March, May. Now I know this guy has not been around that long. I sit and I watch. I'm a very quiet observer, but I pay attention. And like I said, I'm not doing this to stick up for him, okay? He doesn't need me to stick up for him. I'm just pointing out the bullshit. Mumble Bear was telling MFW, well, why don't you come over here and listen? And then a butt picture, I don't know what that's about. Why don't you come over here and listen to the truth? I'll tell you the truth. Well, what is your truth? Okay, so I thought, let me be fair. I'm going to go to Daily's Twitter and I'll see when he starts talking about Mumble Bear. Well, here we can see April. Okay, so here's May. I don't see nothing. And then right about here, which is about the same timeline, close to the same timeline as Mumble Bear, he starts talking about Mumble Bear. So this all happened like within the first week of May. May, not March. Daily has not been in this community since March. So you know what? Mumble Bear could sit there and say that Daily ruined her GoFund until she's blue in the face. I don't care. She can say that that's why people started to pull their donations back. I know the truth. The truth is, she must have forgot. People started pulling back their donations because Mumble Bear started attacking Little B. She started talking crap about her after the auction. She was so envious and seeing red that all she did was go and start bashing on Little B, which caused people to get very upset, which caused them to take back their donations. So whatever, she can sit here and blame it on Daily, but you know what? I know what was said and done. Like I said, I sit and I watch it. I watch and I listen. I see people, what they're saying. I talk to some of these people that pulled their money back, so I know. I know, but Mumble Bear always has to find a scapegoat. She always has to blame somebody. It always has to be somebody's fault. She's never going to take accountability and say, wait a minute, it might be me. Maybe there's something about me. I mean, for Pete's sake, the woman talks about how she has been harassed and attacked ever since she came into this community. Isn't that a hint right there? Maybe it's not the community. Maybe it's you. Maybe it's the one person. I mean, it just doesn't make sense to me. If I was in a community, okay, say I'm in this community and people were giving me a hard time, they didn't like me, I'm not going to hang around. I'm not going to subject myself to being picked on, harassed. I'm going to just get off. But this woman hasn't. She stayed here and she still picks fights and fights with other people. So whatever, whatever. She has her story. She could sit here and say she's been stalked. I really don't know what stalking she's talking about. To me, stalking is like when somebody is outside your house following you around. So this guy makes videos about her. She don't like it. She don't like my videos either. She don't like anybody making videos about her. She's pissed off about this whole Teddy thing. And that I'll make another video about and share my views on that too. She gets pissed off when anybody is talking about her, whatever. But anyway, I could go on and on and on. Look, I just wanted to make this video because people want to know, I guess, the timeline, because she's saying this, she's saying that. It hasn't been since March. Look at the video. Look at the video. This has not been going on since March. If anything, it started the maybe early part of May. That's where I saw. The proof is right there in the Twitter feed. So anyhow, that's all I got for you guys right now. You guys have an awesome day.